useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I have a feeling there's good coin to be made here.
Look as long as you please. I'm in fine value today.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deezer's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Suppose that's enough of them.
What have I done to deserve this, I ask you?
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. We shall remain here.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
When does my watch end? I've only been forgotten.
My back's so stiff.
Well, this is no good.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Deezer is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
I've more time than I know how to spare.
Tis our duty.
Such
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Life's been pretty kind.
Do stop and look at wares of every ilk.
I'm dead. I'm a growling.
Where are you off to? Muscle puts me right at home.
Plenty of gossip to be had here. Precious little time.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Bakbattahl, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I am able to offer, I bid you, take this.
It seems we were right.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the code of Vernworth to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldar will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Need anything?
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
When does my watch end?
No. Oh, but
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword next time.
Even the best of us has its limits, I suppose.
what does such peace?
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
Whoever has this
Sleep.
a fine place to sit and gather one's thoughts.
There'll be no trouble today.
Not to look for.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. Oh, very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own. Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Good to see you, Master.
This armor seems that nice. Last push. Welcome to stir up trouble.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's... It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Need anything?
Well, could use more places. Something
smells good. This is nice. Somehow my feet always carry. Would that all my days were so.
Wait, have a little.
Getting proper... I can't tell you how I suffered at the hands of golems in that other world. I hope I shan't see another for some time.
Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
Shall we get underway?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
This really is fine. This part's a little different as well.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf? My hand would tremble.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Here, if you please.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find. I've no wisdom to offer.
Welcome.
Might as well take a look.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
Come to think of it, gallant means abound in our party, and naturally so, for we are beastrons many.
Perhaps we might come...
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. already? Bother. Just getting warmed up.
Feast your eyes on this! Aid. You must try to free yourself. Could you come over here?
Now we should be able to transport ourselves here at any time, so long as we've a ferry stone with us.
Oh, true to your word, you have come. Let us begin at once. I should like to observe your form first and foremost. So stand here and take your aim at yon targets.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
have my gratitude. I learned much from you just now. In fact, I have made a discovery. Unlike those of elven make, bows crafted by other races are designed for keen aim. Is that not so? But I can see this is no revelation for you. I expect you thought this design common to all bows, yes? Not so for those of elven make, however. Our bows are crafted to guide not the hand, but the heart. Mayhap you will find the sentiment strange, but such is the perspective of elven kind. We are taught that arrows loosed with proper form will strike true, as if 'tis all a matter of poise. I admit, I find it rather baffling myself. Perhaps that is why my bowmanship has failed to improve. Yet with this bow, I begin to understand. Let us see if I fare any better now.
Huzzah!
What a feat! I can hardly believe it. Every last arrow found its mark. Dead center. This marvel is nothing at all like an elven bow. The design allows for ease of aim and steadfast flight of each arrow. To think that I should feel such a difference. Mayhap I am more suited to a bow of foreign make than one of my own people's. It is a strange thought. But how else to explain it? My arrows have not soared so true in all my days. I'd nearly given up on myself. Yet 'twould seem I am not without talent after all. My performance with this bow has divested me of such doubts. But the ingenuity of this design, if only my people would take heed. 'Tis all very well to talk of honing one's form, but why should we not perfect the tools so integral to our customs? I am decided. I shall take this bow back to the arbor. With this as my weapon, I have no doubt I shall pass my trial of archery.
It seems to Glyndor's doubts no longer plague him. May his newfound confidence see him through his trial of archery.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged.
This might contain useful information.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? What a delight. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
Get up, sweet babe. Couldn't hurt to put my feet up a moment.
Let them talk. I'm too old to care. I kept just about anywhere.
have no issue.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Shall we get underway? There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the... Who's the one request? I didn't ask.
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people.
Look, as long as you please.
Mustn't neglect my ledger. Just to keep a record.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
That's quite enough.
The trial of archery is nigh. If we would bear witness, we must first go to the ruins where Sir Glyndor trains. Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Living God, but dreams are free, aren't they? Just another day, same as the one before.
Would you care to behold a forgotten riftstone as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. It isn't far.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
Harpies, master!
This bow will recoil from flame.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. Arisen! Are you alright?
Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Now, since letting the enemy gain the upper hand, the early griffin gets the worm, as they say. convenient and plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
I'm all for swapping stories, but perhaps another night. I can scarce keep my eyes open. I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike true. Right, spread your wings and scatter our foes. Strike hard enough, and we might not have to do this twice.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
You've come. Shall we be off? Follow me. And pray take care not to fall behind. One can easily lose their way here.
The sacred arbour will be a sight to behold, I am sure. Let us trust in Sir Grindel to see us there.
Would be a fool person not to fall too far behind our back.
Now there's a worthy prize, if only 'twant so far away.
Choppers! Seems there's no escaping them.
These foes will recoil from flame.
The beasts are said to fixate utterly on winning, such that they will chase them blindly.
A tendency we might exploit, though to do so would be to court danger.
Heed me. All of you must flee before this magic descends.
I shan't be responsible for your life. Decide not to listen.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Now there's a thought.
Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us sort of use.
What say we mark it in our minds as a place of interest?
With the port crystal placed, we'll be able to use a fairy stone to return here in an instant.
Leritindome ikaron.
Fear not. I'll think of something.
Alla carilum ilmen elote falomentarin nun fir nambawe elelia javtolme nandeu in morteren ecialis nun fir ananduine fanamone matiene lismelto
Isilrod vane nun lia casinque erenon. Lia fendel nar salma wilfir orne fa indel rin.
alla carilum fionoaro osto urne.
Oh, but this one comprehends Elvish. Impressive. I suppose I needn't summarize my conversation with Luamir just now then, if your companion interpreted for you. Now, come. The place the trial should be held is just up ahead.
Isilrod Fanun Galayan Lom.
Salma Arenfa, Alekano Nande.
Ne a fair more Finland Tarma, a fair pella in Lisvana.
The trial of archery shall be held here. I bid you wait just a moment while I prepare my entry. But I've just noticed. Where are all the custodians? They ne'er leave their posts. Could it be aught amiss?
Nenwen mor Iwanon. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Martir fa nun fionor, minas vena eralote. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Kiriando anmindor hiroth?
No. Darren? I cannot stand idly by while my sister is in peril. My friend, if e'er I've had need to call upon your aid, 'tis now. I beg of you to join me in my sister's rescue. There is no time. I shall mark the location of the ogre's den upon your map. Make haste. Her life hangs in the balance.
Oh, look. A chest. Well, I shan't get my hopes up.
There's treasure within. I'm certain of it. But there's only one way to find out.
You're here, and not a moment too soon. We must find my sister and save her from the ogre's clutches.
Veninume, mormartir teel adaka kiriandio.
Tayel ni sil arin fel. Nun morivin wi alcarwa menelume. Lis anandor lungtena.
Nando infa ekialis, pelinolwende, sinde, soron, aiele alvekil.
Moriven fendernar itarondo vani. Falis tuliaf numin osto taralia osto telpe. Lungtene nun wi fa atacher.
This stale air sets me ill at ease. Seems there are wolves on the prowl!
Am I expected to simply accept this?
A short jaunt can quickly become a journey. Before you know it, you're bruised up and all out of curatives.
I dare say that's... Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
Aptly said.
You have my protection. dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and...
Arberheart, preserve me. 'Tis e'en more nightmarish a sight than I had feared. My father battles the ogre while my sister is clutched in his fist. But there is still hope, if I act quickly. Listen well, friend. I shall strike the beast's arm while my father holds its attention. The moment the ogre relinquishes my sister, I ask that you lead her to safety. I have ne'er attempted to strike a target so distant before. E'en the trial of archery does not demand such a feat. Yet, for the sake of my sister, my arrows must fly true. Pray, keep Darren out of harm's way. We must make our escape, and quickly.
Quickly, master. We must carry Miss Darren to safety.
This I did not expect.
Feast your eyes on this!
This I did not expect.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Hold a moment. What's this? A way out. Let us make haste. Oh, my heart. There can be no gladder tidings in all the world. Words shall ne'er suffice to express my gratitude, friend. None of this would have been possible if you had not gifted me this bow. You are my sister's savior. I am forever in your debt.
Eteler, lea fermor el dalia eralotte.
Findlenar.
Karilm ilmen arkael. Silfa nambawe nun kalael alame, angadur sindi. Kemenindor kanyan irils aldekar. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne? Eteler, lea fermor el dalia eralotte. Ondvana alvekil, eteler ne anler ailame. Lungtena peli telume, ane martir, tindume ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Nenwen mor aiwanon, artahir curir, mor fa erando, amanda kill. Kiriando an mindor hiroth, art vanalin hiror soron, sorne an fameltol. Nundis amanda kill angadur femor. Kasinke telpe nun findaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne artaher firnis.
Finlenar. Lungdena with Thirn Osto. My gratitude to you knows no bounds, friend. 'Twas your kindness that altered my plight as much as this bow. Not only are you my sister's savior, but mine as well. By the by, if you are as passionate about mastery of the bow as I am, perhaps you might speak with my father. His experience ought to be of benefit to you.
Kalael alame, karilm ilmen arkael. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena? Palan hiarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod eteller, lera aetena. Laikasar an ils findamunt in ciel. Ne fanamo lis Kyriandio mor erlot. Iav stir lalastar. Nun falles mir magananon. Anamor lis turculion ecialis.
Admirably done, Master. Your deeds will be remembered in the sacred arbor for decades to come.
Aptly said. Is this a challenge arisen to see who...
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
You'll not live to regret this!
A flock of harpies draws near!
Blame is its weakness! Rise, raging winds, and scatter our foes!
Aught fell from the beast that has been dissolved. We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Oh, push is what's needed here.
I seem to have taken a hit.
You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold. I will protect you.
Your eyes on this.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
There is only one acceptable outcome. Complete and utter success.
We're off to Vernworth Palace, then.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
This is where I come when life gets overwhelming.
It was a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing. We cannot accompany
you. Follow me. I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Aye, it happened just yesterday, in fact. Put me in the right state when I saw the door unguarded. Still, I suppose there's not much to worry about. It's not as if we let thieves wander around the palace, eh?
Dare say I could forget all my troubles here.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there?
Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it.
Won't make a living if I get myself injured.
Suppose I ought to earn my pay.
not sure I can handle this.
I'm just grateful I get to be all sides.
Gotta get to work.
Such quiet.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Let's take it easy. Welcome.
Living die.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Bakbattahl, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Bakbattahl. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Jesus. Now there's a name to remember.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different...
As a reward for Your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that Your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds, but as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Need anything?
Lots to do, and precious little time.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
ought to be said.
Oh, how... Night time already? I thought 'twas rather dark.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Ready to forge on?
Have no fear, master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade scheduled for today.
Those new recruits can barely lift their swords. Not sure why I'm betraying. Always sets me to think.
Getting proper rest.
Are we to depart at this hour? I cannot see why we should choose to stumble around in the dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
I hope you slept well.
Would that all my days were so true.
We shall remain here.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
You're far from your state.
For an early supper.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind.
We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
Such cheap drink. Our foot is not at all to my taste.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour what you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye, aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
Is this where you've been all this time? 'Tis rather far from where we agreed to meet up.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Suppose I'm tired. Barely slept a wink.
To each their own, as they say.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Well, well, he is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes, even were he to be removed. I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So, the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phasus fellow are all working together. Quite a sordid trio, eh?
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
day calling me. What should I get up to today?
Let them talk.
Oh,
Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept. Well?
Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen, perchance? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke of you, you see. 'Tis through him I hear much of the gossip going around town. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. He's been sent out on a mission, and I can't say when he'll return. 'Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I worry for him. I do hope he'll fare all right. Oh, Sir Ludolf, you say? Aye, we're acquainted. He's been coming around oft of late. As I recall, his visit started just afore Gregor was given his new assignment. Why are you asking me about him? Does this have aught to do with my husband? What? No. You mean... not my Gregor? Sir Arisen, I beg of you, you must save my husband. You will be repaid, I swear it. No amount of gold can compare to his life. Just please, save him. Oh, thank goodness. Pray, go to him at once. My husband's life is in your hands, sir.
Our aid is required. Master, let us depart with due haste. If we are to aid Sir Gregor, we must needs make for the Ill-Doer's resting place.
Very well.
I'll guide you there directly.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Wares of every
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Many thanks.
Quite the sum of gold we just spent. 'Tis clear the Arisen is no miser.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day. Our traits mesh well together. Each of us is suited to a different task.
We need only hone our...
I would have preferred not to have to fight this thing, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. You'll not live to regret this. A battle avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
Little does our foe realise how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
I suppose it is so.
Focus your strength, Arisen! That's loyal! You must steer clear of fire!
Ah, they mean us harm. How adorable.
There's no great shock for me.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. Rise, raging wings, and scatter off!
No one can defend themselves. As when grappled like this.
Feast your eyes on this. Suppose I'll handle
It was excellent. I could have done no better. Look out, Teresa! We're under attack!
While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way. Me off. There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. You are most gracious. For you. As a token of my appreciation.
thought I'd met my end. Oh, my thanks to you, Arisen. Watch out for the choppers!
Blame is its weakness!
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your out.
Oh, I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. All creatures who know death cling to life.
Let them run. We need not waste our strength. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You? What are you doing here? I had not thought aid would come. Hold fast, soldiers! All is not lost yet! hardly believe it. I fought a Dullahan and shall live to tell the tale. But, fie! I've just remembered. See, I hadn't thought I'd return alive. But I didn't want to worry my wife when I departed. So I took a letter with me just in case. And when the tide of battle threatened to overwhelm us, I sent a runner to bear it to my wife, mere moments before your arrival. It would be an awkward thing for her to read my final farewell, only for me to arrive on the morrow, fit as a fiddle. Though I dare say she'd forgive me. Oh, 'twill be a blessing enough to see her again. I can ask for no more than that. Right, I'd best be off, if I'm to make it home before that letter arrives. Oh, and if I've not said it yet, thank you, sir. I'm well and truly in your debt.
Here, if you please. We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Sir Arisen, I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for us.
You've my humblest gratitude, sir. If not for you, I'd ne'er have made it home. Still, I doubt this is the last we'll be hearing from Sir Ludolf. He's not like to admit defeat after only one attempt. Where will I be sent next, I wonder?
Have you not heard, my love? Sir Ludolf has fallen deathly ill.
He has?
Aye, he was poisoned. From the tell of it, 'twas concealed in a gift. A bottle of wine or some such. But I suppose 'tis not so surprising. A dastardly man like that must have had no shortage of enemies.
True enough. I'm sure no few held a grudge against him for all he's done.
Indeed. Perhaps one might call this his just deserts.
Now to report to Captain Brandt.
Well met, son. Welcome to Pure, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So if we hope to see you again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
The one we seek isn't here. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? What a delight. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Methinks I've That's your neck. Can't help but see a turn on every face.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Shall we get underway?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
It is of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermon's eastern edge. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. Getting proper rest isn't.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go, then.
I hope you slept well.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
They'll wish they'd helped.
Got to press on. There's much history.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
Harpies, Master!
This foe will recoil from flame!
Head will roll if aught goes awry.
dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
raging winds and scatter our foes!
You'll not live to regret this.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master.
Now you've gone and made me lose my temper. This is beyond the pale. That's kind of you. Here you are. I wanted to show my appreciation.
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
'Tis well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us not.
Wolves! Faster!
being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
I don't know about you, Master, but word of a curious village does more to spark my interest than deter it.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned. How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate. Which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brant against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you care to ask? Take care.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective...
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up. Dear me. You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick.
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
You take care not to stray so far next time.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Welcome. The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later? We're here, Master.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront?
Good evening, sir.
Oh, how I've longed...
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the former. You know where to find.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
This may require a delicate...
The mixed smell of perfume always makes me queasy.
I knew you were acting up.
Slow down. These bones can't keep up. Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
Been a while since I heard a good story.
I shan't brook any boorish inquiry. Delightful. You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once, but one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. 'Tis no simple matter. Here I am.
Not much going on.
Would that all my days were so. I'd more time than I know how to spend.
I have no issue.
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Shall we get underway? cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Please let that patron pick another tonight.
How did I get here?
The wind blow my fur every which way.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn, but I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it, and recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. But of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
Such quietude is a blessing.
There's ought to be said.
I suppose I'm tired.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
Is there nothing to be done? Regent King Sven has been busy, it seems. Shall we meet with Lord Patrick come nightfall?
Allard, long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
Let us make for Minister Allard's estate and slip in once we've seen him leave. Very well. I'll guide you there directly.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
I suspect this will suffice as proof.
I'm in fine fettle today.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here.
I'll have an early supper.
Someone comes looking for a fight, I won't
I'm not
say
sure
no.
what's going on in town. I might go and see. No pay, and not a moment's rest. I feel a slave.
What you start the day?
Where's it ever?
Could you come over here?
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you are so inclined, Master.
I suppose 'tis so.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? You will want to hear this. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray. Let... There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen Your Majesty, to think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing, under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter, though they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. This is a memorandum of Allard's. A According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant. And in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. 'Tis a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I would place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my aid. Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmecolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So the captain is willing to aid you only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him.
I suppose 'tis so.
Could use a dash of salt.
The sooner my duties are complete.
What's the wind?
Here at last.
We shall wait here till your business is done.
Eerie eyes all round. We've a long night ahead.
There's ought to be said.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close, unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
How nice we've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. This is not the time. You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmecolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I cannot believe it. You killed Allard. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
Good evening, sir.
Getting proper rest, isn't it?
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go, then.
Shall we get underway?
It's clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so I'll hold off on guiding us there for now.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business.
We shall await you here, Master.
What was it I had planned? I'm just grateful I get to lead a
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my baudelry will e'er be your haven. should you have need of it.
I expect Captain Brant will want to hear of this.
It's been a hard day.
So we've finally arrived. I thought we'd never make it.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty, or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so before we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
You shan't have.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty's claim, pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Pray, Allow me time to search for a way. Is there aught else you would speak of? Do not forget that we...
Bit bland. What can I throw in?
Huzzah! We must inform Captain Brant at once.
There is much we ought to tend. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your majesty to venture to Bakbattahl, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Bakbattahl Palace. Surely there's aught to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Bakbattahl and Vernworth are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Bakbattah's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. 'Tis most fortunate that your majesty is a Beastren. You ought pass through the border checkpoint without undue trouble.
Sir Fulvio, the artist whose service Sir Clark commissioned, is residing in Bakbattahl. Shall we go and meet with him? Fret not, master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change. Oh, how I've longed to embrace my bedroll.